Welcome to day 2 session of positive attitude and confidence building team. It's really lovely to have you people on board. So can you all see the screen? Okay, great. So let's get started. So this is day 2. We're going to start off with the agenda for this training session. So we are going to learn 4 pillars to positive attitude. Positive attitude word list. And we have define confidence. Okay, how to have self-confidence, and finally we're going to share 4-point pre-interview. Okay, so 4-point pre-interview confidence plan of action. All right, so let's get started. Please give me a minute here, team. 1 second. Okay. All right. So we'll start with 4 pillars to positivity. What's the first part? First pillar is foster positive communication. So replace negative and critical language with affirmative and supportive language. At your next meeting, pay close attention to the comments that are being made, and you will be pessimistic if you do not follow the first part, which is foster positive communication. So the next point is facilitate positive relationships. Now people who foster positive relationships emphasize on strengths, recognize small victories, and use positive mindset with everyone they talk to, and oppose to focus on errors, mistakes, or problems. So telling people what not to do is less helpful than identifying what they should do. Scenario of work, for instance, addressing weaknesses in your staff or in the employees is damage control, not development. It can help people achieve a level of competence, but building on strengths helps people achieve excellence. So what I'll do is I'll just mention here all the points we're going to list out and share here. Okay, so let's proceed to the next page. So 4 pillars include foster positive communication. Next is facilitate positive relationships. Okay. So first part is foster positive communication, facilitate positive relationships, whatever work is done, associate with positive meaning, and finally encourage positive ambience and a place to stay. So whatever work is done, we need to associate with positive meaning. When people feel they are pursuing a purpose or engaging in work that's personally important, they are likely to experience less stress and a feeling of discharge, as well as experience greater engagement, commitment, and satisfaction. So the next point, encourage positive ambience, meaning we need to have extraordinary degree of impact on the ambience. You can significantly influence your ambience as you personally display positive emotions, model compassion, and express gratitude. So that's the first part of our discussion today, team. So let's move on to the next word list that we have. Word list for positive attitude. Okay, so here we go. I have another document out here. Okay, so positive attitude word list includes, once we are cheerful, of course, the emotional set point is happy, and we can be engaged words. Okay. And considerate. So when do you feel you are considerate to someone's feelings or when they express something? So when we generate this feeling of bonding, when we care for someone, when we care about someone else's opinion. So that is feeling considerate, interested, humble, sensitive, serious. I hope you all can see the screen. Okay, so involved, sincere, social independence. Now, what's social independence? What type of different independence that we have, team? We have spiritual independence, we have physical independence, we have social independence, mental independence, we have emotional independence. So that's the reason we say, no, there are these more four major categories where we have to do justice on a daily basis, which include physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And let's proceed. So courageous, gloomy, mature, accepts, thoughtful throughout towards others, trusting, tolerant, optimistic. So all of these include your sense of positive attitude. So the moment you get up and you try to connect with someone on a positive connection, use these words and keep reminding yourself, yes, I am willing to do the work. Yes, this particular day has something in store for me. Today would be something special for me, or I am going to do give my 100% for this day, and sound enthusiastic. There's so much of difference between, presenting a body language which is so weak and, we don't even look confident. So instead, have a lot of energy, be enthusiastic, be cheerful of whatever you're doing. And there are two things, again, something that I like to do and something that I don't like to do. So concentrate and majority part of my day on something that I like to do, and keep the things, which you don't like, to rest. Okay, so great. We've covered this word list. So let's move on, team, to the next part of this. 1 minute. So what is the definition of confidence? What is confidence? And a few synonyms. Okay, now what is confidence? Confidence is the feeling or belief that one can have faith in oneself, in someone or something. What are the synonyms to confidence? First synonym is trust, belief, faith, and we have conviction. Okay, so that's the introduction of confidence. All right, so let's proceed. 20 keys to be self-confident. Okay, now let's have a look at the entire list, team. This is very important and this can be used as your daily practice as well. So the first key is inner strength. What are we referring to when we talk about inner strength is we have to be mentally and emotionally sound. We have to have that energy. There is something like internal and external. So we can do justice to something that's external as long as we're wired and we're programmed internally correct and right. So that's the first part to self-confidence, inner strength. Next is enlightenment. What's enlightenment? Enlightenment is something that, of course, you as a person will evolve after getting through a few shortcomings, a few challenges in life, after a few lessons that life has taught you, because life in itself is a big teacher. So life teaches us, okay, this is good, this is working for me, this is not so good, this is toxic, this is not working for me. So as a part of all those lessons, we get enlightened when we receive that knowledge and blessings. Learn to love yourself. Why is it important? See, first we need to love ourselves and then express love to someone else, to others. Now, if we do not love ourselves, what will happen is the level of dependency, and we start depending on someone else, we start expecting from someone else, we start probably taking ourselves for granted and giving like 100% to someone else's opinion, where we actually understand and know for the fact that someone else will have their routine, they have their challenges in life, and they would certainly be busy with their responsibilities and duties of the daily part. So start loving yourself, start pouring yourself with lots of energy, with lots of cheerfulness, with lots of joy, and start making yourself happy. So what do you do as a part of loving yourself unconditionally is, first wake up, follow these four major routine things: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, and I'm sure you will have a significant you know influence on yourself, and you'll start loving yourself more. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate who you are. So we need to have the sense of appreciation, no matter how small that appreciation may be. You achieve, you appreciate yourself for doing your homework. It's as simple as just open the closet and remove your clothes, accessories, clean it and put it back there, and later have that sense of appreciation, like, oh God, I did appreciate, I did clean that. So for cleaning my closet, I want to appreciate myself. So no matter how small it is, do appreciate yourself for those little bit of information or something that you do as a regular practice. Get energy. Now, how do we get energy? There's so many sources. First is your internal source, and then there's external source. Internal source of energy is your nutritious food, your diet, your the way you play games is again external source. go out for walk, play games, do swimming, do lots of exercise. So these are all energy boosters, and once you have energy, definitely it will reflect in your confidence, right, team? See, there are two types of people. One is the confident one, and the other person is nervous and negative and not so confident. So what is the difference between these two is, first one is of course following these 20 keys on a daily basis, and they feel like, okay, I need to be confident today. So as a part of that intention and that mindset, they focus on these keys. And the second person is like all messed up, not so sure of what to do, what decision to make, is because they kind of not follow a few things out of these categories in the list mentioned here, and that's how they like not able to be that confident. So get energy, there are two types. We need to understand that and then definitely work it out. Identify your self-worth. Identify your self-worth. This is important, very important in fact. It's as simple as, if you don't feel like, I feel I deserve this, I am worthy of this, I don't think we could be attracting new things. We'll be opening up to new possibilities, to new avenues, to new different types of, we are going to unleash different talents, aspirations, and different things in life. So identify your self-worth and feel that, yes, I deserve all of this. So trusting yourself is the next one. Trust. Now what happens is, the moment I start trusting myself is when I'm going to do justice to, of course, first myself and then whatever my responsibilities are. So trusting yourself is important, and say this daily, that okay, whatever plan I'm going to make, or whatever I'm going to decide, I trust that this particular thing will reach the final point and reach the action stage. Effectively express emotions. So we need to effectively express emotion. What are these emotions? Emotions are happy, joy, sad, sorrow, okay, feeling sad, sorrowful, or unhappy, feeling of contentment, and what else? Feeling happy, pleasant. So all these are our emotions. Again, it's a mix of positive and negative. So if effectively express your emotions, we need to have that confidence that, yeah, if I'm happy, I can express my happiness, and that will be a major turning point. And if I am happy, I can certainly make others happy. Simple. Okay, so effectively learn to express your emotions. The butterfly effect. Well, now what is this butterfly effect? Butterfly effect is, it's as good as being in the nature and feeling light about it. See, there are two important things. First thing is, I need to be in the moment, in the present moment, because present is something, it's a gift. So I need to be present right here and right now. Butterfly effect says that the more time I spend in nature, I'm close to the environment, I'm close to the natural, outside part. So is the less impact that I will feel negative energy or get influenced to the negative vibes. So that's how it is classified, and that's the explanation to this particular thing, the butterfly effect. All right, so let's move on. Self-motivation. So what is self-motivation? We need to be motivated. We need to be self-directed. We have to have self-decision making power. And of course, if I make any decision, I'm going to implement that particular decision as well. So all these keys will certainly make a huge difference on my confidence and me being confident on a daily basis. So just in case I lack motivation, what will happen is I don't feel good about that day. I feel like, okay, do I need to hit work again? Or, some of my, see, if I have like 80% of task for that day, I end up doing just the 10% of the entire 80%. So in order to give myself stretch for that particular day, complete the entire task, I need to be self-motivated. Or in case I'm not motivated, then I need to know what to do to, get my motivation levels high. Okay. And the next one is an attitude. An attitude of gratitude. Why is gratitude essential? The moment I thank someone, hey, thank you for appreciating me. Thank you for giving me this golden opportunity. Thank you for talking to me, for connecting with me. Everything would fall in place. Emotional fitness in workplace. Okay, now this is important, team. Emotional fitness, very important. Now, see, generally at work now we have so many different things to do as tester, developer, IT managers, or someone in finance field, or trainers. There are several other tasks that play and have major impact on daily basis. So my emotional fitness will allow me to stay grounded, to do my task, and in case I have to delegate that task and make someone execute it, I will be able to do it in a sound and in a normal manner. So this aspect is again important. Okay, forgive someone. So now, see, it is competitive industry. So we have challenges. We may get in touch with people who are not our best friends. They may have good feelings about us. They may have incorrect feelings about us. Because of the competition, they try and, compete. So that time understand that, okay, this is what I can do. Understand that where the other person is coming from. In case there's some forgiveness that needs to be, the major part to play. Forgive someone for maybe lack of understanding or their ignorance. Nothing wrong about it. It's just that the feeling that we get after forgiving someone for doing something which maybe was not intentionally done, we feel light about it, and then we have so much energy to proceed. So forgiveness is something very important. This plays even work and otherwise as well in life. When we come across so many other relationships, friends, family, they do many things. So the best part is just take it easy and forgive someone, to have your routine and to work on your self more than paying attention to someone else or what they're giving you. Okay. Learn to love Mondays. Okay, now of course this is the only day when we feel like I have morning sickness, I'm feeling homesick, I don't want to work, or I have hangover, I still have that internal fever, I just want that weekend back. So learn to love Monday. Monday is just another day. So wake up and then try and energize yourself. If not, you just follow a routine on 5 days. Monday, what we could do is we could do a different type of routine so that we have confidence and we can move on through the entire week. Never accept unacceptable behavior. Now, these behaviors can range anywhere between someone being good to someone not being so good. So, once they're good, appreciate them. And if in case they're not good, be frank. Let them know that possibly you're not the one who's going to take it and you're not open to this type of conversation or communication. Let them know that there is a limit to your you being effective and you being a good listener. So never accept unacceptable behavior. In case they're saying something or they're doing something which you feel is incorrect, just let them know frankly. All right, so the 16th tip is plan B. Now what is this plan B? Now generally when you sit back, take a notebook, pen, paper, jot the points down. First you do the first there's this process. It's A, B and C, 3-part series. I make that plan A. So in the plan A, what all things I need, see, let's consider I'm going to the grocery store to get of course everything, right from pasta to some veggies and something like non-veg. So what I do is plan A, I need to hit here, this grocery store, I make a list of whatever things I need, because I definitely have to make a list the moment I step at the store. Otherwise what happens is impulse buying. I see so many things and I feel like, oh, what about this, let's let's take this, or let's grab this. So have a definite plan. That is my plan A. Now plan B is in case I go to the grocery store and I want to watch movie after that, then what? So get my tickets done, and then and the plan C would be picking up something for the entire week, watch movie and then socialize. So plan A, B, C needs to be ready before the action happens. Always have that open perspective, and then don't stick to something and always be flexible. See, there are so many situations in life which actually demand our attention, and sometimes they even demand emergencies. So be flexible enough that, oh, plan A didn't work. Okay, let's move on to plan C. So if A, B, C, they all don't work, that's fine. I mean, as long as you are able to do that and you feel like, okay, fine, I've got this opportunity, everything is fine, guys. So plan B needs to be in place. Now, practice makes a man perfect. Practice is important. And practice makes the man perfect. So, your daily lessons, technical learning, not technical, non-technical learning, or you just go for your music lessons or your dance classes, please practice on a daily basis. Because if you don't practice, you start having this feeling like I'm not interested, or maybe something's wrong, or what we start thinking is, okay, do I need to go there again? Very simple. It's psychological. So practice makes man perfect, and this is certainly helpful. Next one is class up your act. Now what is this class up your act? There are two things: substance and style. I did certainly mention this in one of the communication lessons. So what are these two, style and substance? When you go join the office, if you have a lot of substance, as in you're technically very strong, you're so good at it. However, you lack style, meaning your dressing sense is okay, you look average, people will like you, but in a long way, in the long run, maybe you will feel not so sure of being in the same workplace. The sustenance will be affected, or that will have an incorrect impact, team. Now let's look at it in the other way. You have lots of style and you lack a little bit of substance. Okay, still what would happen is, you dress appropriately, you use all types of fragrances, Versace, Gucci, Guess, uh, what are the other fragrance that we use, Fossil, uh, okay, all these so now you use all these things, you head to work, people would naturally feel attracted to you, they naturally look at you, they feel like, oh wow, I mean, they're so stylish, they dress so appropriately, or they'll even ask you, they'll compliment you, hey, you look so pretty, charming, all this. So class up your act. Your style and substance both needs to go hand in hand, and you need to maintain balance. I mean, don't dress like okay and then expect people will compliment you, and don't overdress, or maybe just focus on your style and less on your substance, because that is again a negative. Maybe you would not be able to stay in the organization, because then if someone asks you something, you will be certainly branded for the rest of the time you are there at work, that you did not answer to this particular thing. So maintain balance and class up your act. Now, second thoughts. What are the second thoughts? Second thoughts is once we consult someone, maybe a physiotherapist or a general physician, when we go there, they analyze the thing and they present to you their opinion. However, if you have second thoughts on something, do consult someone else. So when you do something and at the back of your mind you feel like, no, I have certainly second thoughts about it, or I'm just not sure. So what is what's it is it that we need to do? We need to get back, stay calm, stay grounded, stay cool, take some time out. So in that due course of like 48 hours or more than that, you will understand, okay, that was something that I was actually looking for. And then proceed. Okay, friends and family, very important. Can we live life without friends? No. There's this formula to happiness. It's if it's 100%, 40% is you can make yourself happy, and 60% is someone else will make you happy. So go out there, have a lot of friends, be with your family, and that is your happiness formula. And of course, once we feel happy, we are naturally confident. All right, so where are we? Oh, I just have these tips here. Okay, yeah. So 20 keys to your confidence building. Any questions so far, team? Anyone wants to interact live here, or you want to share your experience? Please, most welcome. We are certainly looking forward to be connecting yeah, with you here. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do a recap here. So self-motivation, self-direction is important. An attitude of gratitude plays major role. Emotional fitness at workplace. Forgive someone for whatever they've done. It adds to your energy. Learn to love Mondays. Never accept unacceptable behavior. Be ready with your plan B. Just in case plan A doesn't work out, you still planned and you're ready to execute. Practice is important. Class up your act. Second thoughts and friends and family. So here we have the happiness formula, which says 40% of the times I can make myself happy. However, 60% of the times my work, my friends and my family are certainly there to make me happy. Okay, so great. Okay, so how to have keys. This was 20 keys, team. Okay, so now let's move on to the 4-point pre-interview confidence building. Okay, so 4-point pre-interview action plan. So the first one is know your company. Know yourself. Third one is having known yourself, okay. So now this 4-point pre-interview action plan. Whenever I go for the interview, there are two types, telephonic and face-to-face. These rules apply anywhere. So know your company, know yourself. Having known yourself, do so and so. I mean, we're going to share the list out here, and know what to do in an interview. Now, know your company indicates Google search. search for relevant information, LinkedIn, other media details. See, when we apply to a certain company, there are a few bits and pieces of information that we need to keep. Right. Thank you, Sandeep. So Wikipedia as well. And yeah, there's so many other options available, right? So search for that information on LinkedIn, Wikipedia, online, Google search, and have the relevant information in place, because that is important. We need to know where we are heading to, or what company. Suppose my resume is been shortlisted by Microsoft or by any other company, Pepsi or Cola, anywhere. So I need to know, okay, this particular company, who's the founder, when was it founded, or what's the annual turnover that they give or that they make. And basic, and not that they're going to ask us, but then we need to know, yeah, about the company, because never know who's going to check with us on what. So go to company website, Wikipedia or website, right? So go to the company website and learn about it. There's so many corporate scene and a little bit of homework and groundwork that we need to do before we could head for the interview. So that's the first one. Then the second one is important, indicates know yourself. So here we need to know what are the skills that we possess, and what company, in what type of a profile that they've actually shortlisted me, or maybe my roles and responsibilities, or probably there's this term like responsibilities that I would be doing, which are in line to the skills that I have. So skills that you have naturally, and personal information that you need to carry. So know yourself is your personal information. This could range anywhere between your work experience, your strengths, shortcomings, okay, and milestones that you've reached. It could include people who've influenced you, people who've influenced you. So know yourself. What are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are my shortcomings, what all milestones did I achieve so far, who is that one person who's influenced me so much, or who has blessed me so much, what all books and authors do. Books and authors, you could call it my favorite books, my favorite author, and anything. It can be anything that you like. Anything that you like. All these. So now, having known yourself, now okay, the third thing indicates having known yourself is, now that I know that I can be better at these things, what are the things that I can improve on? So something like my body language, or something that my posture. See, many a times when I walk, my posture is not all that great. However, confident people, you've met so many, you've seen at least on Google, so many successful, confident people, they all have the right posture as well. The reason being, body language and posture plays major role when it comes to feeling confident and expressing that out to people. So a few areas of improvement where I can work on my body language, on my facial expressions, posture, the way I dress and I carry it. So this is something that I need to, know about myself, and having known myself, where are the areas of improvement? So indicates areas of improvement. Right, team? And the final part. Finally, but significantly as well, know what to do at an interview. So this indicates What am I going to do? Here we need to know a few do's and don'ts of interview handling. Okay, so, and we need to know these standard questions about self, strengths, shortcoming. Okay, so great. Let me do a recap of 4-point pre-interview action plan. What are the 4 major points that we need to remind ourselves about? First is to know the company where I'm applying. Know myself. Having known myself, what are a few areas of improvement? Just in case they check with us, what would you like to improve, what your boss thinks about you, and how you're going to be working on those specific areas. Know what to do at an interview. So these points, search a relevant website or Wikipedia, know about the company, and then only proceed. A few know about yourself. We need to understand what are our strengths, what are the shortcomings, who's influenced us, what books and authors do we follow on regular basis. And then after knowing yourself, you have to improve in certain areas. Have that list also ready, and always be ready as in what am I going to do, meaning do's and don'ts whenever we head to the interview, and have a list of all these questions ready. All right. Fine team. So let's proceed to the presentation. Now, here I want to give you an example. I mean, tell you a story. Now, do we all know how is gold? See, gold is a metal, right? So, how do we get gold? Now, you'll say it's imported. Can we share a few examples, or what do you think? How is gold created, or where do we get gold from? Okay, so we have a few participants here. Yeah, it's refined from rocks. Very good. Very good, Clement. And what else? Is there only one participant here? Anyone else? It's refined from the rocks. Very good answer. Now, we get gold from earth after mining it, or probably after refining it, and we need to have a lot of patience in this process. You know, it takes ages. Yeah, mines. Great, Anuradha. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we get this. It's a thing. It's a process. It is a long term. You know, it takes ages, and then the person or the act or whatever the process they do follow to get this out is like it's like having a tough time. And that particular situation, you know, we have to remind ourselves that good things come to those who wait. Now, just imagine that you are there right on spot and you need to do this task. How would you feel? And, you know, after you receive this particular pure, you know, thing, metal, how would you feel? Like, see, after toil, after a lot of hardship, or after a lot of patience, we get this particular thing. We feel happy, right? So that is the meaning of it. So to receive gold, we need to dig like 40 feet down in the ground and identify fertile land or fertile soil. Then what we do is put the tools and resources in operation, later put it in process to receive this particular gold, which is, 24 karat gold. Now in gold, we have all the different types. We have white gold, we have the original gold as in the yellow color, faded yellow. And then we have these different carats, like 12 carat, a 10 carat, 24 to 22, 18 karat gold. So the original is 24 carats. Then they do, get in the market and then process it. That's the thing. So if the person has to, if that particular person has to dug that 10 feet or 40 feet ground, and if he had that limiting thoughts in his mind, or that emotional burden or resistance to actually do the act, will we actually get the end product, which is gold? No. So we would have till now never explored this material or this metal, right? So what was there in that particular moment, and the first person who has actually started this particular thought and got this particular idea out with lots of hard work and everything. So gold is precious metal, would have never been found. So main thing is your passion and commitment to everything. That's the bottom line, which matters a lot. So what happens is, unless I'm passionate about doing something, unless I'm committed to doing something, definitely things would not move forward, and that would not certainly in real time reach fruition. So commitment and fast and focused training is something that we actually providing to you all in this learning, in the live sessions, which is going to start from the 6th of March. This was just an example to make you understand that unless you're passionate about something, you have patience to achieve it, and you're completely committed and given to that particular thing, maybe we would not feel that confident, and we will lack energy and lack that positive mindset to actually get results from that intention, or from that action. Okay team, it was lovely to interact with you. So let's move on to the next slide. So pleasantness is the duty we owe to others. Of course, we need to be pleasant. So how do we do that? By staying natural and humble, drain off your grievances, sincerely attempt to heal, and we have acquire the quality of easygoing. What is practical is just, what's practical is just there. See, there's 3 4 things like practically it's possible, or we just thinking too much. So whatever is practical and doable, please attempt those and leave the rest, because they're actually not doable. Relax for easy power, and never allow things to ruffle you. Be interesting. We need to have interest first. So be interesting. Practice liking people. Never miss the opportunity to congratulate, to sympathize or empathize or express sorrow. And be a comfortable person to be with. All right. So here we go. We could do all these things, team, as a practice or a natural feeling to feel confident and have the positive attitude. First is intimacy and love. Second is laughter. They say laughter is the best medicine. Third is exercise. Of course, it plays wonders on the human body. Go out playing. You could do this, or you could hit the gym, exercise, play tennis, do swimming, And then what's this? See, this is an interpretation that no matter how old we are, we still could have the energy to hit the gym. And then walk. In case your school or your college is somewhere close by, please don't take your car out. Prefer walking, or hit the mall. And in the mall, of course, we have to walk. It's, malls over there, like, they are huge. So prefer walking. And what is this person doing? Skating. So get all of this in place. See, you need to have these 4 things all set. First is your tennis equipment, then your skating equipment, maybe your snowboarding, and then what else do you like to play? Maybe your board, like a chess, or any thing that you indoors or outdoors. Again, depends on the season. Okay, what is he doing? Let's have a look at this. Is please don't crib or abuse someone. Okay, so this is an interpretation of this. Love to cook and serve. So she's maybe baking some pancakes, and then she loves to serve. This is, so irrespective of your age, irrespective of what you do, irrespective of how you are on that particular day, do some daily ritual as a part of your daily practice, and please be confident. So here is what I had to cover in today's session, team. Let's go ahead and have a look at the word list, and I have words of wisdom here. 20 keys. Okay, do we have any questions so far? So no questions. Great. Thank you so much for your valuable time, team. I really appreciate your presence. So let me end this training, day 2 of positive attitude and confidence building, by saying a few words of wisdom, which certainly I've referring to Bible, a note that was mentioned. So here we see, He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. So be in the present moment and enjoy the present time, as time is the most important commodity we have, and by utilizing time to the best, we could become the best version of who we are today in the present moment. Okay, so thank you so much for your compliments, team. Sandeep, Kosala, Sai, Clement, Anuradha, Anita, really appreciate you talking to me. Renuka, thank you. I did speak to you. You were part of my first presentation as well. So I have been connecting with majority of the team here. It gives me so much sense of feeling glad and feeling fulfilled as well. So we could get the recordings there, right there on the website. My team would be assisting you forward. You can drop your inquiry at learn@itelearn.com. Before the recording, we need to conduct live sessions. My live session is starting from, the live classes from 6th of March, and would go for another 5 days. So please be there for the live session. First topic that we're going to start off with is positive attitude and confidence building. Later, we're going to do vocabulary and idioms and collocation. And finally, we're going to conclude with email writing skills. So thank you so much for your valuable time. And let me give you a synopsis of what we're going to cover in the next session. We're going to start with the stages of thinking process, and we're going to move forward with 30 to 40 other concepts which will help us build a positive attitude, and a lot many experiences that we're going to share. It's going to be an interactive session. It's not just like, okay, there's this principle, and if I follow this principle, some miracle is going to happen. These miracles are certainly a byproduct of self-programming and allowing ourselves to manifest a few things which certainly we have till now kept at rest, or maybe it was just lying there in some other maybe dressing table, maybe in the closet or somewhere. So now it is the time to evolve as a person, and I'm here to empower you. Equally looking forward for a mutual association. Thank you so much, team. And let me mention this here. This is a package which is specifically designed for today's market. All the concepts that we are sharing in training are designed for today's competitive, complex, and rapidly changing industry. So the latest versions are there so that you can uncover yourself and be the best version of who you could be in today's challenging times. So I'm sure you will have more questions, which of course we're going to look at and address them in the next live classes, which are going to begin from the 6th of March. Thanking you so much for your valuable time. I appreciate it. Thank you for interacting as well. So have a blessed evening ahead. This is Priya signing off on behalf of IT eLearn. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.